Okay, I'm preparing to do some recording for our sound session this week. Now I'm letting the flow take me. I can't force these things. So, throughout the week there will be sessions posted. A sound session, definitely tasks and things, but I need to follow the guidance of the divine. And I'm just going to try and give you a little bit of something else other than just me. So this week has been really big. It's expansive in every way, every week. But at the moment, there's two worlds happening. And in a family unit too, like we have people that are more awoke, or what people say awoken, than others, which I actually believe each and every one of us supports the transformation on a big level. So first of all, it begins within our family unit, and then it creates a change within that family unit. You've come to your own understanding, and then it grows from there. There's no need to fear all what's happening right now, and I know it's scary because who knows what's in what, but each of us are having an experience that will then support others. I've called upon the archangels this week. I've sat this out here over the week. Melbourne has been put in lockdown again. We're just on our hopefully last day of a 5-day snap lockdown to keep the numbers of the virus down. I will not give my opinion because about the vaccine, or what I believe is that if each and every one of us have any types of fears, we need to work spiritually on ourselves as well as physically, as well as putting as much nutrients in our body as possible to give ourselves the best chance to make the most highest and informed decisions from within. There's many people right now running with fear, and many awoke people and many unawoken is what you're going to say, but I'm going to say many shifting. There's many, each and every one of us have many beliefs and many understandings, but in the family unit or with your loved ones, when you share your understandings, it creates expansion. And there might be issues that come up, disagreements or arguments, but in that argument time, that time is created so that then you're not coming from thought. You then retreat back, whoever you've had a disagreement with, whether it be your husband, your spouse, your loved one, or siblings, parents. Everybody then retreats and has their own time to ponder the situation. The biggest shift would be for everyone to be able to understand when you're coming from fear, when you're coming from judgment of another, and when you're not looking internally at the self and your reactions and non-actions. There's many techniques you can do to help yourself. I've called upon the archangels this week by setting Archangel Metatron's grid and calling forth each of the guardians and guides, the archangels that will support each part of me, my expression, my love, my higher self. I've set them all to help me through this situation because there's so much misunderstanding coming on. And this vibrationary shift that's happening is happening within each person, to be able to then express yourself with your loved ones in your unit, because what the universe wants us to do is to unify. And that begins with us. That begins with our families. That begins with not being conditional in your love. Being unconditional in your love does not mean that you can be walked on, but it does mean that you can also let a person understand their own understandings, let them express their own understandings, and then you share your understandings with them. And it's not a disagreement, it's about bouncing your understandings off one another. And not saying one's right or one's wrong, but the understandings that these situations are bringing in within ourselves and our reactions. It's not so much about COVID, and it's not so much about the issues at hand when it comes to, the vaccines. It's about how it makes you feel. This is what's being cleared. The divine plan is in place. Working on the self. Taking time when you've had some sort of expansion or a feeling come over you, you take some time to feel it. Disconnect from everyone else for a minute and just actually don't be scared to feel it. This is what will shift our planet. This is what will unify us. If we feel what we're feeling and dig deep and see where it's coming from. You've got to dig deep. There's many techniques that can help through this. It's not thought process. It's completely opposite to thought process. It's about disconnection, doing the work, using your vibrations on a higher level, making sure that any crystals that you have in your house when you've had an altercation then go through some sort of cleansing. You've got to get them outside in the sunlight or the moonlight on the earth, placing them on the earth while they sit under the sun or the moon. Putting techniques in place that will raise the vibration of your home. Don't let the negative eat you up. Cleansing outside with your feet on the earth, yourself, smudging your house, making sure everything is created with the best intentions, even your words, in each and every moment. My Patreons and I are working on the elemental energies, and we've just been working through igniting our fire, and we're working with dragon energy. Well, we've activated it a couple of weeks ago, so that will be on Patreon if you scroll through all the posts. Activating the dragon energy and then igniting our passions and knowing how to work our fire. Instead of using our fire as destructively, we can use it passionately and with the best intentions, speaking our words, using our breath, creating movement within ourselves through all the elements and understanding what the elements can do for us. This is where we expand and begin to actually create changes within our vibration, within our home, and within our families. And I know that the people on Patreon are experiencing that at this time, just by putting these techniques into practice. So I'm about to do a recording for Patreon. I'm going to be doing a connection of air spirit, calling on the elemental, and bringing forth a certain elemental spirit to help guide us through these expansive times. We've activated our energy and our fire with great passion and intentions, and now we're going to use that energy and create change, and we're going to fan our actual flames. Our heart's passion needs to be directed. Using sound therapy, beat and sound together creates a change within the vibration of your brain. Setting the mind. So people are saying mindset is all important, but there's many techniques you can use to set your mind to a certain way of being, to a certain way of thinking. And so setting the mind's intention, that's all on Patreon. And with each expansion that we have and each understanding that comes through with the elemental, we'll be working with mindset techniques. And it includes writing. It includes really, really not thinking about anything except what you're writing. The change is here. We are the change. And we are the change within our family units, within ourselves first, and then our family units, our friends, our loved ones, and then it keeps expanding. The way that it will expand is sensational once you start sharing these techniques. But if you would like support and you need help understanding or remembering, because I know that each and every one of you, once you start working with these energies and these techniques, it's like a memory bank comes open and you start naturally doing your own gifts and your own techniques, and we work together to ignite our flames and passions, creating dream lives, creating change and bringing on the new. This is not a time to be fearing. This is a time to embrace our energies. This is a time when the governments, they've all got their minds on something else. So we are free to work our energies and ignite this oneness that we can create and vibrate this whole planetary pathway to a new. So head over to Patreon. I would love to teach you guys how to get involved with your inner self and igniting your passions, igniting your flame, and really bringing on everything that you've ever dreamt of. It's hard work, and it involves looking after your mind, your body, your spirit, and your soul. It's about being kind to the self, understanding unconditional love, how to use your psychic protections, working with the most divine and highest God energy, goddess energy. I love you. Hope to see you there.